Welcome to another edition of the OOTP 22 Perfect Team Series featuring the Big Pauly's Bombers. It's part 13. It's April 28, 2021, and on this day 1 year ago I did my first OOTP 21 video. It was the first video I had ever done on the channel. So we have come a long way in a year or so, I like to think. If you are catching this before 7 p.m. United States Eastern Daylight Time on April 28th, I'll be doing a chat at 7 or just around that area. So tune in and drop out. That's what they used to say back in the 60s, right? So anyway, we have 3,300 points exactly in the perfect point bank. It's only 154. It's day 74. And let's see how the Bombers are doing as the phone rings. And it's probably just another junk call. Hello? And they don't even want to talk to me now. I guess they're kind of tired of talking to me. And they hung up. I guess they're catching on to my falsetto. That's what I've been doing lately. I have been getting these calls. I'm sure some of you, within the sound of my voice, get from a certain Asian country. And you just heard one live. So you never know what's going to happen on one of my streams, and that was just the most recent example of that. Okay, we're 33 and 31. And we're in a series right now with the Walker Direwolves. So hello to you if you're seeing this. And we're going to, in this episode, we're going to pick up a couple more players via the auction route. And then we will probably go back to what the original mission was for OOTP 22. And I know some of you are like, I got a nice comment, and I'm going to look it up here for just a moment because I have a response to it. A fellow by the name of Aaron, I believe, was talking about that I should be getting the best defenders. Aaron Sherbert, he said a day ago, when you let the AI set your roster, and I have nothing against the commentary. I thought it was very nice. When you let AI set your roster, it just puts the highest overall rated players that are available onto your roster. Overall ratings don't mean that much since it's individual stat ratings that you want to look for. And sometimes overall ratings are bloated by a player very good at one thing like stamina or speed or defense. Also look out for CF, center field, shortstop, SS, and C, catcher, as those guys you'll want to focus on high defensive players, all about finding the balance. C, especially, you want to have high C ability to boost your pitcher stats. And that's very nice, Aaron, and I thank you for it. My response to that would be to say that I know my team is not. I'm not going to have the best team in OOTP. I know I'm not going to have the worst team in OOTP. So I just try to enjoy myself. And yes, maybe I should be looking at better short. I would also add to your analysis. I would also add second baseman into that because you want to be strong up the middle. You don't want to be soft in the middle like that great Paul Simon song. You can call me Al. Also want to note that I have started a Facebook group page, Big Pauly's World of Sports Sims. So if you search Facebook, you're going to find me. Just have a couple of members right now. I'll be talking more about that on the live show at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're going to look and try to get a starter and a reliever. I'm going to get Denny Nagel, 1997. That's going to drop me down to 1,800 points. And I want to get another reliever, Diego Castillo of the Rays. That would be a good pickup. Which leaves me with exactly 0 perfect points. But it's a very good point Aaron makes that you should be checking for the best shortstops and the best second baseman. Like, I'll just do an example here. Brendan Lau is 64 at second base. Brendan Lau of the Tampa Bay Rays. Notice how I had a lot of Rays on the team. You wouldn't suspect that I live like about 10 miles away from Tropicana Field, would you? And I'm looking at the second baseman, Mickey Morandini, I have on my team from the early 90s. Phillies, and he's a 56. Solly Hemus is a 50 shortstop. So he's right. I am just focusing, I'm not really focusing all that much on defense, and I should be. Like, for instance, Jonathan Villar is a 59 at second base, but yet he's a shortstop on my team, and his shortstop rating is only 41. So he's probably the reserve. We look at the center fielders. Hank Lieber is only a 23. And see, this is a good point. We have Victor Robles. Victor Robles is a 73 center fielder. So in this situation, let's just check the. Do I have Robles in as a defensive sub? And I don't. So I think I will make that change if I can. But Robles plays another position. He plays. Let's see here. Robles is the starter because he leads off. So yeah, the computer's kind of taking care of that for me. Now we'll look at catcher. And I only got one catcher. I only got James McCann. Now see, that's another problem. Do I have a backup catcher? I have Smith. I have this fellow here, Will Smith, who is a catcher. He's a diamond catcher, actually, so that's kind of a good backup to have. But Brian McCann is the starter. James McCann. Brian McCann was a catcher from a few years back, and McCann is an 85, so not hurting too badly. And Smith could also play first base, third base, and left. And he's only a 73, but it looks like he's got better numbers hitting. So that's pretty much how that rolls. So yeah, we're set up. We'll check the collection missions because we're doing that too. But I don't want to discourage any of you from commenting like Aaron did because, I have to, this is how I learn to do what I do here on OOTP, and I want to keep this series that I do as interesting as humanly possible. No progress here on the missions, so we should look and see if we could sell any reserves. And we go not in any mission, and we have one reserve to sell, which is going to be Danny Patterson. He is not in any. So at 59, we'll go 30 to 90 on him, and put him up. There you go. So if you're wondering why I'm soft in the middle, to quote the lyrics from "You Could Call Me Al" from Paul Simon, yeah, that's why I'm soft in the middle. So that's been this episode for you of OOTP 22 Perfect Team. Next episode should be sometime Sunday, but for now, this has been Big Pauly coming to you, wishing you well. Godspeed and God bless, and we'll do it all again soon. And bye-bye for now, everybody.